The White House is telling federal agencies to prepare for mass firings if the government shuts down next week. Washington correspondent Kristen Eskow joins us live. And Kristen, how might this play out?
Well, Ashley, if the government shuts down, this would look a lot different from previous shutdowns when federal employees were temporarily furloughed and then given back pay. But with Republicans and Democrats struggling to reach a funding agreement, it's looking increasingly likely we'll have a government shutdown starting October 1st. The White House is putting more pressure on Democrats to agree to the Republicans' short-term funding plan to keep the government open.
This is all caused by the Democrats.
The White House's Office of Management and Budget is telling agencies to prepare for mass firings in the event of a shutdown. A memo says programs and projects that will run out of funding October 1st and are inconsistent with the president's priorities could be eliminated.
We will continue to push back against any effort to undermine federal civil service protections that exist in the United States of America.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says Democrats won't be intimidated by the White House's threat to fire federal workers. President Trump and Republicans say Democrats are demanding too much spending.
They asked us to do something that's totally unreasonable. They never changed.
Democrats say they want to extend tax credits tied to the Affordable Care Act that expire at the end of the year.
Our position is clear. Cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save health care.
Congressman Glenn Thompson says House Republicans did their job.
I'm hoping that, in the Senate, they'll come to their senses.
Now, the House plan will need Democratic support in the Senate to get over the finish line because it requires 60 votes to pass. Now, it failed in the Senate last week, but Republican leaders say they plan to put it back on the floor for a vote when they return to Capitol Hill early next week. Ashley.
And Kristen, what will the Senate vote on?
So this is the plan that passed the House last week and keeps the government funded until the week before Thanksgiving. And Democrats at this point still aren't on board, and they have no other options to vote on right now in the Senate because the House doesn't come back to Capitol Hill until after the funding deadline. Ashley.